Welcome back to We Care a Lot Pod. I'm half the pod, Sam.
I'm the other half, Mel.
Hey guys. It feels like it's been ages since we've filmed, because it has been. It's been, I guess, a week and a half, 2 weeks. Basically 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
busy,
2 weeks.
Busy, man.
Life's been nuts. What was the last episode going up? The one that just went up, right?
Yeah, which was Inner Monologue.
Yeah.
That was a wild one. I gotta say, when I edited it and I was reliving the moment by seeing it all, I was like, the fuck are we saying? Also, the comments we got.
I don't even want to address the comments. I was like, do I delete this? Do we respond to it?
Respond. Yeah.
Up to you if you want to go check out the comment on Instagram. TikTok, I didn't see. Are there weird ones on TikTok?
Oh, I was talking about TikTok.
Oh.
You responded to them.
Oh, I responded to the ones on TikTok. You're right.
Yeah, what was on
Reels?
I didn't see. Should I go take a look?
It's worse. The ones on TikTok were just like, LOL, hee, I agree,
yeah.
funny, mood. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Huh.
Whoever left that, I don't know if they're just trolling and they're like...
Absolutely.
Like, do we know them? And they made a fake account.
Why would y'all do that?
Like, you guys are messy for that. Like, what? It's supposed to embarrass me?
It's embarrassing.
It's just like a weird thing to say, but...
It's just a little weird.
Anyways, today's topic is all about nostalgia, which I feel like we say this all the time. We're nostalgia girlies. So it's about time we have a whole episode dedicated to nostalgia.
Oh, thing.
And for whatever reason, I found a very long definition of what nostalgia is, in case you don't know.
So here she goes.
So here I go on a rant. Nostalgia is a feeling of sentimental longing for a pastime or event. It is a common human emotion that can be triggered by a variety of things, such as music, movies, TV shows, food, and even scents. Nostalgia can be a positive emotion as it allows people to revisit happy memories and experiences from the past and can provide comfort and a sense of connection to one's personal history. It can also be a powerful marketing tool as companies often use nostalgia to promote their products or services. However, nostalgia can also be a double-edged sword, as it can lead to feelings of sadness or longing for a time that can never be fully recaptured. Some people may even feel stuck in the past and unable to move forward. As with all emotions, it is important to acknowledge and process nostalgia in a healthy way. They kind of just summed it all up right there.
They really did.
I was like, this is a really good definition.
And that's the episode.
And thank you for joining us. Those are our thoughts.
Fuck, dude.
For one, we wanted to start a candle business based fully on nostalgia. So, clearly, there's something there. And they're not wrong. Marketing is totally taking advantage of people's nostalgia. Like, I mean, everything coming back right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at all the 90s shit coming back. Like, all of...
Like, Bobby Jack is back. Bratz is back.
Von Dutch.
Is it?
There's a period.
No, there was a girl at the fair in an Ed Hardy dress, like a teenager. And I was like, oh, it's making a comeback, isn't it?
It's like a full throttle of low-waist jeans.
Yeah. It's pretty impeccable.
That trend, I wore it myself, the jeans with the dress.
You did do that.
Full throttle back, too.
Yeah, they did that back then, huh? But it was I'm thinking more like Ashley Tisdale
literally,
jeans, like with the belt.
The sparkly belt.
Yes, you didn't do that.
No. Nostalgia has, like, literally, like, a death grip on me. And it's hard to, like, really get myself out of a funk because I tend to, like, revert back to,
for
like,
the past.
Oh, that was such a good time.
It's also difficult to live in the moment sometimes because you're like, this moment's gonna end.
For real.
Like, I'm having so much fun and this moment's gonna end.
It's like, this is not gonna last forever.
And then you're like, I want to take pictures of this moment and videos of this moment. And then you're like, but am I in the moment still? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there is a balance.
I think, like, we all try to capture the moments for that same purpose of, like, I want to remember this. Yeah. Like, if I don't record this or I don't take a photo in this moment, I'm scared to, like, lose what this made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, like, photos, I mean, that's like a memory. Like, it's just trying to get, like, this sensation of, I was really happy at this time, or even, like, sad. Yeah, I was really sad. It's just, like, wanting to remember a feeling.
And I think it's because we're so addicted to it because our generation, I think we were the children, like 97 to 2000 was like the year people started really documenting kids' lives, like everything.
Yeah.
Like there's so many, just a whole disposable camera of the same day of my life.
Oh, absolutely.
And my parents just
or like a
living
whole
for
tape of like
of just the same
of the same thing.
It's like, okay. So I feel like we are chasing that, like, I don't remember that day as a kid, but it's so nice to like see myself, or like even high school stuff, like freaking photo booth pictures, not photo, well, I mean, even like round one. So bad.
That's more like middle school, but
yeah,
no, I feel that.
And it's like, wow,
like,
look at us go.
I genuinely can't remember what middle school was like, but the photos like bring back like snippets of what that was for me. Like I could remember feeling like I'm gonna get dressed to go to fucking round one
and take you pics
filtered and like as fuck. Try to meet a boy. Like I was ever gonna go up to somebody.
I don't know if I ever thought I was gonna meet a boy at the mall. I probably did.
No, girl, we all did.
I was like, I'm a hoe. Come on. I feel like I just knew everyone. Like it was always just the people from my school, but it wasn't. Clearly,
no.
We never saw you.
Never saw you, but I wasn't looking for you though.
It's true. We probably did see each other, but I remember Katie and I went one time in like rave costumes to the mall.
Sorry.
To the mall. My parents dropped us off like, good luck, kids. Hope you don't get bullied.
What were you wearing?
A neon blue tutu.
Oh my god, not that
nerd
face.
Glasses.
Not that face.
An I Heart Something shirt.
Stop it.
Suspenders to the skirt. Bangs, of course.
Fuck.
Yeah. I don't know what my pants were. They might have been tights under a little neon skirt. And Katie was matching. There's photos of us at round one, like in the booth together. We were like, this is so iconic.
It was. I will say it was.
And clearly it was. We weren't wrong.
Y'all really did it up. That's wild. But yeah.
So I think the big idea of nostalgia is, does it keep us from moving forward, or does it kind of like let us relive good times and even bad times? Like help us remember things you overcame, or
no, that's a fact.
Yeah.
I think realistically it's both, of course.
Yeah. It depends on, I mean, like they said, you have to process it healthily, which I'm like, I don't even know how to process nostalgia until that one sentence right there. I was like, wait process?
A minute, I have to process this?
I said, I just am in it. The nostalgia is here.
No.
Okay, in the way of hindering us, I don't think this is a hindrance, but like living for the nostalgia, like trying to chase a feeling. Like Katie and I, for example, this summer, we're planning a beach bonfire that's nostalgic to high school and when we would have bonfires every weekend or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't think that's a hindrance.
No.
Because it's obviously still going to be different from high school. It's not like we're going to be like, and everyone has to wear what they would have worn in high school, or like, I don't know, just like to the T make it the experience. Because it never will be, and we're okay with that.
I think that's a healthy way to bring nostalgia into your like existence or your like present life.
We're processing it
like you're still wanting the feelings of being free, having like no responsibilities, just hanging out with your friends. We're just pretending though, but it's like knowing you're just pretending, you know. But I feel like if you are looking to nostalgia in a way of like, I really want to go back to that moment and needing it to be
the exact
what it was, you're like, that's unhealthy, because it's never going to be that, and you're like chasing something that's literally impossible unless you're fucking time traveling.
And
even then, I don't know, man.
Yeah, because you have different perspective. And if you're from the future.
Yeah. I think that's why also like time traveling, like movies and shows really get to us, because like the what if, like, would you do it? Would you go back? You know?
I don't think I would, because you know too much.
Yeah.
Like if I was 16 years old and I was like, let's say I had a really good memory with my high school boyfriend and I went back to it, I'd be like, fuck this dude. I know too much.
I know how this ends.
Exactly.
It's not gonna be it.
I know how this ends. It's not fun anymore. So
yeah, that's true.
That's why you can't chase it too hard.
I mean, I think about like 13 going on 30, you know, but movie. She like time travels forward.
Right.
which is like also an interesting concept because she was still really nostalgic and wanting those feelings of being a 13-year-old because she was technically 13.
She was, yeah.
But like that concept is still alive in all of us. That's nostalgia. Like, you know what I mean? But that, see,
yeah.
And I think for a minute she didn't process things.
No. I mean, she was a 13-year-old.
She was 13. That's
she was unwell.
She was unwell because she was 13. We were all unwell. For me, I think I had periods of time where I definitely took nostalgia in an unhealthy way because and I think I still have moments of that. Like, I was just talking to Jen the other day about how she was like, we're like trying, it's fucking being an adult is awful. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
But like, I am having such a hard time like making time for friends because I'm just so exhausted, or like timing just isn't right for everybody's schedules and it's just fucked up. And I've been trying to hang out with her, and
it's hard.
It's hard, and it's hard to make the time and on her end too. So like at this point, we were just texting about how like we need to fucking just do it. And I didn't respond for like, she texted me at night saying like, you know, we should hang out, blah blah. And then in the morning, she's like, tell me why I had a dream that we hung out. And I was like, because that's...
We did up there in the other universe.
And I was like, it's because literally at this point, it's a fucking dream to like hang out.
Damn,
I don't know. And she's like telling me about how the dream was like such a nostalgic, like particular feeling of us. Like, she was like, I don't know what we were doing, but the feeling was like when we were together.
Just
in college, going to Santa Barbara and just like having a weekend in Santa Barbara. Literally, but like so scrappy, like sleeping on someone's couch and just like...
I'm always down for scrappy.
Doing, you know, drugs or like...
Yeah.
Drinking underage, you know, just like dumb shit. And I feel like...
It's like we're too old now.
It's just we're too old.
Like literally at the fair. So we went to the fair with Katie, Tori, Bree, and Tori's baby, Aja. And literally we have a baby at the fair. I was like... What?
You're like, this is nostalgic, but there's an extra.
And then it was like, we got there. It felt like, oh my God, did we just like get dropped off at the fair? Like we're 16. You know what I mean? Like it felt weird. And then we're walking a little bit. We're like, it's really fucking hot. We're like, you know what sounds really good? A fucking drink. And we were like, holy shit. Like we're adults.
We're adults. We can do
like,
this shit
We
now.
can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
And we sure did and spent way too much money. And I was like, so this is being an adult and it's not that nostalgic anymore.
Yeah. I feel like nostalgia is like always going to have a grip though. Cause like,
but it still felt good about it. Like the nostalgic aspect of like going out somewhere with your, like Brie literally said, I needed this. I was like, Brie did not. But yeah, it was good. Like it's genuine. Like you just, with hanging out with your friends in general, and like just letting go, or like literally releasing the bullshit of your life and letting it all out and being like I can start anew again. Like those tweets, I hung out with my friends and now life is worth living again.
Literally.
It's literally it. It's like, oh, okay, I can do this.
I can do this now.
I have the energy again.
I think that's what it is though. Like those moments of nostalgia are like a freeing aspect.
Yeah.
I think most people's nostalgia probably reverts like is a childlike feeling, whether you're nostalgic to like being 20 years old and you're now 60. Like I'm sure that still felt childlike because
one day
you were an adult, but like no, like
one day we're gonna be missing 25, 26. Like we're gonna be like,
that was a time
we had the best time of our lives, and we're gonna be like,
what? Me right now, I'm like, huh?
We said we were right. I'm living for today. See, that's also the thing.
But that's the thing is like we're not processing.
We're not living in the present.
We're not living in the present, and that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. Like nostalgia just has a fucking grip that won't let go.
Well, because life. That's the thing with nostalgia is just you're constantly That's like my biggest fear in life is living from milestone to milestone.
And then like looking
and
back
then
and
what?
Being
I'm like, why did I? Let's say like in college. Like honestly, for college, probably like I was living milestone to milestone during college because I was like, I just need to graduate and then I'm gonna get married and then I'm gonna buy a house and then I'm gonna have kids. Like that was my life or whatever. And then I broke up with my boyfriend, or we broke up, and my life was like, what the fuck is this plan? Like why didn't I have fun in college in the fear of losing my boyfriend, when like at the end of it, like life is so short.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck were we doing?
Yeah.
So, like, those are things maybe that's why I'm so scared to do that moving forward. So, like, maybe like us quitting Glow Getter was like my first like, you're gonna do crazy shit now. Like, you're gonna just say yes to things. I don't fucking know. But
why did you feel like you couldn't do that with Glow Getter though?
I didn't feel like I couldn't, but maybe that was just the first thing that I felt like I let go of that was big again. Like, aside from a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, it was a big, like, pillar of who I am. Mm-hmm. And now that I'm like, well, you're kind of just living now and you don't have that, like, core.
Well, I think maybe that's, like, a larger conversation of what your like, what you make your identification, like, what you identify with. And, like, what you make yourself out to be based on, like, the career choices you make or whatever. Like,
yeah, like, why is that my identity?
Yeah.
Or the person I'm with, why is that my identity?
Why is that your identity? Yeah. I saw this TikTok that was like talking about how this girl like really put into perspective like your job. Like, she's like, I'm so tired of like looking at a career as like my sole purpose or like my identity. Mm-hmm. I'm now living as like, this is my job. I like my job. My job is great, but it's just my job. It's what gives me money to live out the life that I want to be living and like do the things that I want to do and just overall create the person that I'm becoming. It like money is an exchange of energy and like you need it. So you could still like your job, but it doesn't have to become you, you know?
For some people, obviously it does, like a lawyer, a doctor, or like, but even then, I mean, you could still make it. Like, if you want to travel, you could be traveling doctor or traveling nurse or whatever. You know what I mean?
But you could still see those jobs as just a job.
I guess, huh? But I guess maybe that's the thing. Like, growing up, it was like, fine. Or even just like in college, it was like, what are you good at? What can you make money doing? And, like, the whole trifecta thing.
I think it's just like, it's an old way of thinking. And it's something that's literally from like the fucking 50s of like,
yeah.
Hey, my name's Bob. I'm a fucking, I don't
builder.
know. I'm a builder. I'm a plumber. Like, I own my own business. Like, that's like who they are versus just being like, yeah, I
like enjoy kayaking and I literally have a dog and we travel in a van.
I think now.
And I'm a plumber.
And I'm a plumber. That's what I do for a job. I definitely now take that question of like, tell me a little bit about yourself. I no longer like start with what I'm doing for a job because I don't want to be identified by what I'm doing. Like, that just sounds silly. I definitely include it later, but I don't right off the bat say that instead, unless they're like, hey, what do you do for a living? Then I'll like say what it is. But overall, like, I don't want to identify with what pays my bills anymore.
Very interesting.
Because like, for what?
Yeah.
That at my eulogy, people are gonna say my fucking career? I hope fucking not.
Maybe. I mean,
I hope
if
not.
you like got a Nobel Peace Prize or something, maybe they'd mention it.
But I feel like even then, that's like more of like my interests versus like she was a amazing writer. Yeah. Like, it's more like, oh, like she gave her life to dedicating stories for children or.
Whatever.
You're just making up a new career. I'm a writer now.
Writing books for kids.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's
that's
more
true.
about like the interest.
No, it's totally true. I don't know how that's nostalgic anymore. I don't know where we got on this path, but I'm sure it makes sense in the
grand scheme of what you're listening to.
Yeah. So yeah, I think overall it does help us move forward if you are healthily processing it. But that's the thing. How do you, like, what is healthily processing it? Just for one, knowing that it's nostalgic and it's not like you're not chasing something that's now. You know what I mean? Like, you can't relive it.
My brain goes, it's okay to chase the feeling, though.
It's okay
to chase the feeling, not the moment.
Yeah, like, feeling young and free. Like, Katie and I went out on a Thursday, and I was like, okay, like, I mean, I didn't really go out on Thursdays in college or anything, or high school, but it gave me the feeling of, like, young and free, and, like, doing something different. And we walked to the beach. I was like, okay, like, we didn't just go to the car when we wanted to leave.
Yeah,
it's like little things that make you feel, which I guess like nostalgia is like young, feeling
young, feeling free. I think the freedom is the biggest part, probably.
What about like bad things? Because it said experiences from the past and a connection to one's personal history. Yeah, I guess you could have nostalgia for bad things, like remembering living in a moment that wasn't maybe the happiest. It's not it's instead of being a moment you're chasing, it's one you're running from. Which that's, I think, when you can really get messy and not healthily.
Totally.
Yeah.
I also think, though, that it could be a positive.
Like reliving?
Like reliving. And it's because you're currently unhappy in your own life and unable to be present and fulfilled in the present moment. And so you're constantly looking back to a time where things felt better. But if you're harping on it in a way that's...
Things felt better or worse?
Where
a bad memory?
No, like a good
nostalgia.
memory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was talking about bad.
But
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, it's a bad thing to do is to look back and, like, harp on a memory or a thing.
I'm saying bad memories, like being nostalgic for, like, having nostalgia and remembering things from the past that maybe weren't the best.
Right, but I'm saying...
That is bad.
That's bad,
yeah.
Right? But I'm saying what I was saying is, like, still also bad. Like, you can be currently in a dark place and looking towards the past of a positive thing and harping on it and not being able to be presently
also
fulfilled.
Bad, yeah.
And that's bad.
Yes.
That's another way to process it incorrectly, I guess.
Right. Okay. I get what you're saying.
Because it doesn't have to be a negative memory for you to be stuck.
You could be currently negative.
Yeah. Wishing for things to be
positive.
Better based on an old version of yourself.
Like we said, you could chase a feeling. It just can't be like
the moment. And
it also can't be like negative. Like, God, my life sucks. I wish it was like when I was young and free in high school. Yeah. It has to be more like, that was such a good time. I kind of want to feel like that again. Like, I don't know.
It's definitely like perspective for sure. But I think with that comes like, that's why I think like gratitude and stuff is so important for people. Because like it just really puts you in the present moment where you're just having to literally live in this exact moment versus again like literally trying to just go back to something that was
something else.
That's no longer you, that was no longer a time that exists. Like, I don't know.
No, that makes sense.
It's just bad. I don't know, bad to do that.
Just bad. Don't do that. Maybe the issue is harping on the bad memory and being like, my life sucks because all these bad things happened to me. It's kind of weird though that it's like it says feeling sentimental longing though. I feel like you wouldn't feel nostalgia for something.
I feel like that's just trauma.
Maybe not bad. Just like, I don't know.
I feel like that's more trauma. I think nostalgia has a general...
It's like positive.
It's a general positive
feeling.
Positive feeling, but it becomes negative when you're like revisiting it in a way that is trying
impossible.
Yeah, like it's impossible. It's a possibility you'll never be able to achieve and go back to. Yeah. For the exact thing that it was anyway. Again, you can chase the feeling, but that's it.
And I think at the end of the day, you don't want the exact thing again. Like in reality, like when you're in the moment and you can be like, one day I'm gonna look back on this memory. You know what I mean? And that's when you step out of the present, which like isn't always the best, but you step out of the present and you're like, I'm gonna look back and this is gonna be one of the best days of my life, or like one of my favorite memories from my life. And then you like come back to the moment or whatever. So I think, like you're saying, gratitude for that. Because like in high school, maybe that's also the issue. I mean, we're still gonna feel nostalgic for those memories that we presently were like, this is gonna be like a big memory for me. Right. But like in high school, I don't think I ever did that. Like, I never knew.
Like stepped outside of yourself and were like, oh, this is a moment.
Like maybe, but maybe more just like this is a moment. Like I didn't think I was like, oh, one day I'm gonna like wish I was here again.
I don't even think I do that now.
You don't? I do. I'll be like, I know I'm gonna remember this day. Like this is really good.
Well, I think I know that, but I don't think I step outside of myself and I'm like taking the mental. I guess I do. I don't know. Yeah. I guess it's just like not so rigid in like that way. I'm just more of like, this was a fucking great like time or whatever, you know. I don't know. I don't think no, I think no, I feel like for sure like that's
something you do in general. I
think I still did that probably in
high school
and middle school. I have like memories of like going on those avid trips to like Knott's Berry Farm that were like 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. You remember those? Did you ever go to those?
No.
So Avid,
6 p.m. to 2 a.m.?
They would close the park down for like all the Avid students.
What?
And like...
Fun?
Yeah, it was just a wild time. for a bunch of fucking middle schoolers to be up too late.
That's a lot as a chaperone. I'm good on that.
I don't think there was many chaperones, actually.
Oh, even better.
Just like 2 teachers.
Even better for the middle schoolers.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it was the fucking...
So that one summer at band camp. Yep.
There's some wild shit going on.
Katie and I were just talking about our middle school trip. Middle school, 8th grade trip to DC and New York or whatever. And we're just like, everyone was really hoeing out. Like, I didn't even have my first kiss yet. But our friend was, like, making out with some dude on the plane the whole ride. I'm like, where were the teachers? You're just making out on the plane the whole time? What? And then, like, some other girl was giving a handy at the mall in the bathroom. I was like... And that's what wait, somehow this ties back to nostalgia, because I was telling Katie, I was like, I'm scared one day I'm gonna be like, Dad, you really didn't live the life to your fullest. I'm like, girls were giving handies in 7th grade. 7th grade. I was like, I didn't do none of that shit in 7th grade. I was like, but I was the hash slinging slasher, and I what? Katie and I were left alone one day in middle school at night. My parents went like to dinner or something. We decided in the pouring rain to dress in all black and write notes and say we're the hash slinging slasher.
Right.
That's what I was doing in 7th grade while girls were giving handies.
No handies.
I was like, there's memories I would have never deny.
I feel like that's when
replacement.
This might sound fucked up. But, like, I feel like that's when you're, like, I'm the main character when you were doing dumb shit as a middle schooler.
Yeah.
Because I literally think the same. I'm like, there was literally people trying to have sex in middle school. I'm like, how did y'all even orchestrate that, think about doing that? Like, I was scared to even fucking hold anybody's hand.
I was afraid to have a MySpace. Like, I couldn't even do anything, But yeah, I was scared to hold hands.
I was scared to hold hands.
I was so scared.
I was scared to get caught holding a hand.
I was afraid to talk about anything. Like,
literally.
with a boy, I'm like, bras? Huh? I don't know what me. I don't know what that is. What is that? Huh? Literally, though. And, maybe it is a little fucked up to say we're main character for that, but when am I going to be like, Katie, when she came over Thursday, I was like, we could be the hash slinging slashers tonight. We could go out in the rain and write notes and leave them at people's, like, we're never going to do that again. It's okay when you see, like, teenagers doing it or, like, middle schoolers. But
why can't fucking 2 25-year-olds do it?
Why can't I? Period. So, maybe you'll see the hash slinging slashers come out.
I think, like, okay, back to nostalgia.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, like...
It was a little,
but like...
We're on point.
I think, like, I continue to try to do things like that for, like, birthdays or, like... I don't know, even I feel like maybe I should do it more often, like whenever I do have like times with big like, friends. Yeah, like it doesn't have to be a big thing, but I think that I tend to do that on my birthday because I don't want to forget like the things that made me feel alive and like free and excited about life. And a lot of those things came from like my child innocence of like not caring about the world besides myself and like the people around, like my friends.
Which is just like not always like exactly, it's going to be different when you do it.
Right.
Like having a Barbie pool party we had. Obviously, it was different from when we were 10 years old having Barbie pool party.
Barbie pool party.
Yeah, like it's obviously going to be different. But we're still like,
but the slay, still slay. The general like feeling of having everyone around, like eating,
the decorations are like cute.
Like it's more about like. It's almost like a mental, like, reminder or checkpoint of, like, you can still be a kid. Mm-hmm. You can still do fun things and not get so wrapped up in this adult life.
Yes. Do you remember that TikTok where that girlfriend threw her boyfriend a, like, Super Mario birthday?
Yeah. My heart hurt.
So, like, it's also inner child healing to be nostalgic.
I think so.
So it's, like, win-win.
It's a little tap into... the best, I honestly think like the best version of you is like a child. It was I mean,
sometimes we needed a little discipline. We needed to be put in our place every once in a while. But yes, I agree.
But yeah, like it's
mentally we were
the overall
thriving.
Like the wonder of the world was still intact.
We just didn't give a fuck.
Not a lot of wonder left.
I'm not wondering much anymore. Actually, I'm really fucking confused.
I'm really confused as to what I'm currently doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is the most random thing ever, but there's on this walk I go on around my house, there's this shrub that vividly reminds me of elementary school.
The smell?
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
Not the jasmine one.
Nope.
The one where it smells like cheese in a Ziploc bag.
It smells disgusting. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm like at first, the first few times I was like, oh, like it reminds me of elementary school.
Like, cheese in a bag.
Yeah, I was like, it's reminding me of like a sandwich. Like, you know, it's recess. We're off, not fucking learning. And now I'm like, hold your breath. Hold your breath. Like, it just smells so awful. Yeah. Like, I hate the smell of it now. And it's just weird that I feel like scents might be the most powerful way to take you somewhere. It's like, I know, and that's exactly why we were trying to do candles, but whatever.
We're gonna make a cheese in a bag candle.
Well, this is an outdoor candle. Cheese in a bag. Have it with your lunch picnics. But literally, because the smells, for some reason, I feel like might be the most powerful, which I'm really sorry if you don't have a sense of smell.
So sorry.
That
also,
really
after
sucks.
COVID, like, I'm so sorry.
I know.
Anyway.
And it literally, I feel like you transport. Like, smell is the one for me that I'm like that's so Raven as fuck. Same. And I'm like, where am I? What am I doing? Like, who am I with?
Exactly.
Like, I have to know it when I smell it. But like hearing something is just kind of like, huh.
Music,
yeah, like
it can be. It has to be a really strong memory for me.
Yes. And it's usually stupid.
It's also usually not like a specific memory. It's like a time period.
Sometimes I have like a very specific, like, Get Lucky. That song, Daft Punk. Get Lucky. I'm in the car. There's like 3 older boys in the car. They're dropping us off at like my best friend's house after school because they had licenses.
Oh my god.
And they were playing that song and I was like, I'm up all night.
Not that.
It's like 3 p.m. We're passing McDonald's and I'm like, this is my moment.
This is my moment. I'm gonna get lucky. Oh my god, dude.
I
think about like the only one that really like puts me there is like a G6. I'm at my first middle school dance.
Fair.
And,
oh yeah.
And my crush is there, and he's shuffling.
A light show. Oh, impressive.
Like,
he had a good crush. He was talented.
For the moment, he was talented. He was
very talented for his age group. Taste, I feel like, is so. It's more like when you're tasting something that's not what it's supposed to be. Like if you have a drink and you're like, wait, this tastes like a candy that I've had. Yeah. And you have to identify what it is.
That's true. I think scent is definitely the most powerful.
Yeah.
Because it's like more of like it literally
transports you to the whole memory, not just like the thought, I guess. I wonder if everyone feels that way though. If maybe when you taste something, someone's like, like I'm in my bedroom in 4th grade eating whatever.
Maybe.
Let us know. What is your most nostalgic sense of feeling? What are they called? Your senses. Your 5 senses.
Your 5 senses. Which one's the one that brings nostalgia?
We appreciate you guys for listening, and hopefully you guys love nostalgia just as much as us, but healthily. Might we add? Healthily love it. And I don't know, just get in touch with your inner child, lean into your nostalgia and the good feelings. I don't know why. Live your life. Just came into my mind.
I think with chasing nostalgia or like wanting those feelings back, remember to like even as you're doing the nostalgic thing, take the moment for what it is currently. With the background noise of it being nostalgic, because this moment that you're having the nostalgia with, like it'll be a new layer of nostalgia for you.
Literally, though, it will, because then you're gonna be 40 and you're gonna be like, whoa, 25 was crazy.
25 was so fun.
Wow.
So yeah, again, thanks for listening. Go ahead and engage with us, guys.
Yes, can you send us a nice review? Would be really nice. Those help us out a ton. And engage with us on YouTube comments. Please don't be weird and leave weird Instagram Reels comments like we've had in the past. TikTok, we're on Shorts. We're freaking everywhere,
dude.
So if you don't follow us on anything, please do. We appreciate it. We love the engagement. And the more we hear from you guys, the better the podcast is.
Yeah.
It's more catered to you.
Let us know if you want to like hear about a certain topic. We'll try to catch you up on it.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys on Friday.